6 o'clock in the morning and do people's radio show, and I ask them to do this show, and they say, well, they can't because they got to get sleep. That's bad. Then I know some of them are afraid it might help me, might make me a star. I was never a star. I was only a named performer. But just that two nice people showed up, and, there are restaurants tonight that are empty. And they're closing down. And I hate to tell you, but the Fry's is closing down. This is it. There's no more Fry's. Because if I'm quitting this thing, you're all going to fucking close down. But it's great. They got a lot of good things for the future. To belong to this club is a privilege and an honor. Because they got a great background. And I don't like when people say it's a Jewish club. It's not a Jewish club. It's a human being club. Because they accept everybody, and everybody has a lot of fun, and you get to know other people's culture. I was fortunate because I lived on a brim of Jewish neighborhood and on a Polish neighborhood, and we didn't look at each other as Jews or Polish. We looked at each other, what are we going to eat? That was what it was. I mean, I was honored to spell halava. And I say it until I die. We had a Jewish landlord, and I said, Daddy, why did the Jews sit shiva? He said, because they're always catching cold. That's what kind of, because when we had someone that died in the building, a Jewish person, and they would sit and shit. I think that's what was called shiva. I was in awe. I put the yarmulke on because I was a kid. And I sat down on one of these chairs, and I said, Dad, there's a cantor here. He said, Eddie Cantor's here. I said, not Eddie Cantor. I said, a cantor. He says, what's a cantor? Because we already know Eddie Cantor. I don't want to get well. I don't want to get well. You know, we remember Eddie Cantor. And that was my father. And I said, see, my father's stupid. And I went upstairs and said, God forbid, maybe he's right. Excuse me. I said, Mrs. Weissler, is that Eddie Cantor? Because he's a canton. My dad. Sit down, she says, and he's sitting shiver. She gave me the yarmulke. I was thrilled. Because in my house, you couldn't wear a hat at the fucking table. My father killed you. You see? So you learn. And you learn what was important to people. College was in the building. College was in the building. Not in my family. My family was, go to work. You get paid on Friday. You go shopping Saturday, macaroni on Sunday, and go back to fucking work. Mrs. Weissler, you got to get an education, my brother. And I say, why? Don't ask questions. Go to school. The difference. So she turned around and she left. And my father says, well, Mrs. Weissler passed away with her education. Look what it did for her. She's gone. I said, what does that mean? He says, you're still here and you're stupid. Okay? But I had it all. And I'm going to say this is the last time I'm doing this. So tell your friends out there, hey, money wasn't money. I mean, 15, 20,000 a night don't mean nothing to me anymore. It don't. Fuck them. I don't need the money. I want to be humble. I want to close my store like everybody else is closing. I want to be part of America. I want to steal. I want to rob like our senators, like our fucking congressmen. This is the last time I'm going to drink from a bottle of water. Fucking, I'm going to use the sink. That's why we're broke today. That's why we're broke. Why are we buying imported water? Why their fucking water is better than our water? I bought a pound of water because it's from Italy. Don't ask me why. It still tastes like this fucking thing. It's wet. The hell do I know? You're on a fucking desert, guys. You got any pound of water? Why are we buying water? That's extra money. That's $20, $30, $50, $100 a fucking month for water. And we got a sink for nothing. I don't understand you people. Are you fucking crazy? What are you doing here tonight? Monday night? Well, it's not Monday football anyway. Show's over. I love you and I thank you for coming. And if you didn't like the show, don't come here no more. God bless.